What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm RD, man. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Phenomenal. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, no, thank you for joining us.
I need some
It
hot
means
tea.
a lot. It means a lot. Um, we're here today celebrating the 1986 classic slasher movie Sorority House Massacre. Um, I would say this is barely classified as a massacre. Um, because you only got 6 deaths in this at the sorority house, right?
Yeah.
You got another possible death at the mental hospital,
Mhm.
um, with the guy who's delivering food when the guy breaks
Headsets
out.
on, not paying attention.
Alright. I mean, he's just rocking his Walkman, delivering lunches,
They
just
seem
living his
pretty
life.
loosey goosey with the keys at that place. Like they don't if you lock a door on the outside when you should go in, you should lock it again. It's kind of like I don't know. It just seems like they're not following any rules, or maybe this is when they implement the new rules and we just hadn't seen them yet.
This is a reason why there are rules.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's, so it falls into some of your classic things, like, there's always a guy at a mental hospital
Mhm.
in all of these movies, that you don't now this one you do get a little bit of backstory on, but a lot of them you don't get a backstory on the guy in the mental hospital. It's just some dude in a mental hospital.
Mhm.
Um, the whole first part of it is the main character, Beth, and she's just a downer, like,
Yeah.
she's just I don't know, she's having all these weird dreams and there's blood everywhere, and,
She
it's
she heads to a sorority house. She's gonna join a
yeah,
sorority possibly, and she goes to hang out with them for a weekend and brings she shows up and she's like, "Oh, okay, hi," whatever. Then she down her ever since. Like the
as
rest
soon
of
as
the
she gets there, she's just
bad
like,
dreams, don't wanna do nothing. She's just
why does this sorority want her to be a part? Like,
oh,
what's going on? And they, like, mentioned, like, her aunt was killed recently,
yeah.
and they were like, "Well, her aunt was just killed recently," and then one girl's like, "Well, that was weeks ago."
Yeah. They're like, "Well, it was like her mom," whatever.
Yeah,
Here's the quick overview. After recovering from her family's murder, innocent sorority sister Beth is terrorized by an escaped mental patient. There you go.
who's her brother, right?
1986. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what we talked about in the last one, right? They kept it hour and 14 minutes, dude. I was like, you know what the sweet spot is? It's anywhere between 74 and 79 minutes. That's
But
the sweet
here's the
spot.
here's the thing. Nobody dies at the sorority house till 45 minutes into this thing.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's
Yeah.
a big problem.
That's a problem. That's a big, big problem. They're setting it up. I'll tell you what, the music or whatever, it's classic. You're sitting there, I'm sitting there
Right.
like classic 80s music for a horror. You're getting like themes kind of that's the first thing I thought. I was like, man, this seems like a lot like Halloween. I got this
Mhm.
crazy dude's just stirring around in a mental place. This chick's kind of, as there's a connection or something, right? She could see something. I don't know if it's a past, a current, what's going on. Of course, he gets out, he gets in a freaking station wagon.
Yeah.
Didn't put a mask on. That's all it was.
Just but you but also, like, everyone dies so easily in this. He stabs them once and they're dead.
Yeah.
Like, majority of people, he just stabbed them once in the back and they're dead.
Hmm.
Okay. I've seen so many movies nowadays where it takes a lot more than getting stabbed in the back once. Heck, Dewey and Scream got stabbed like 40 times and he's still trolling around, right? Um,
Jesus. Oh my god. Well, yeah. So it just the girls they get the house for the weekend, or they're at the sorority, or that no, they actually go to that lady's house, right? So is that the lady's house? I don't
that's
know
the
the mom,
sorority house,
the
but that's the
sorority house,
sorority mom who's
mom
leaving
lady.
for the
Yeah,
weekend. It's
mom was
Memorial Day weekend.
that's right, that's right. So
Yeah.
she's checking out and taking a couple of girls with her, and then the other three that are there, I believe it's three or four, four, and they're like, hey, some dudes show up. It's time to have a little
Yeah.
party, have a little bit of fun. And someone turns off the lights or the power, or just the lights for some reason, not the TV, because they start watching TV.
Well, they
And
go turn the lights back on.
at towards the end, yeah,
Right.
the whole time. And
So,
then they're down in the main room. They have a fire going, which is nice. And the
yeah.
dude's telling us a creepy story, and it's about like this exact house. And they're like, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
so full of it." And so she has another vision,
Yeah.
finds out like, "Oh, hell, I've been here before." Or there's the knife is buried. The knife the guy used is right there. It's
Yeah.
in the fireplace.
And they get it. They
Yeah.
make it out.
They're
Like,
like, "Oh, y'all are fake. Y'all are full of y'all did that. Yeah, I did some masonry work before I got over here just to kind of pull the wool over your
oh,
eyes."
get you on the old okey doke.
Yeah.
And like Beth, there's the one guy that's there that apparently to be on a date with her. And she's like, well, some date I turned out to be. And he's like, no, no, it's great. I just enjoy spending time with you. No, you don't. You
Yeah.
don't. She's just sad and depressed. And
Yeah. I mean, unless he likes that. I mean, she's
I
cute,
mean,
the cast is, they're okay. They're pretty much
yeah.
standard 80s looking ladies, you
And
know?
you've got the whole they're trying to interpret dreams, and one of the girls, that's like her major in school,
Mhm.
and that whole thing was dumb. And then when they finally get, after it's just them at the house at first, they're like, "You know what I've always dreamed of doing? If I was just here and
Oh,
everybody was frozen in time but me, try on all of Candy's clothes." And they're like, "Yeah." And
when that happened, I was like, "This is the biggest Mentos commercial ever." Like, the clothes are
oh,
throwing in the air and shit like that. They turn on some music, I was like, "Man, you just dub in Mentos with that
yeah.
Mentos music."
And Beth is just sitting there all depressed the entire time, like, "Come
And
on,
they're up
lady."
there rocking back and forth, pretending singing, they're dancing around, you
Having
know?
fun.
Yeah, just living that life, living a good life.
Few get to see a few pairs of tits, hey, life is good. Life is good. They're like, "What, you too old to play dress up?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I'm just having bad dreams." "Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry."
yeah. Can we not talk about that? Why don't you just go home? Why don't
Right?
you just go home? But
You
none of
know
us
what
would have
it
died.
is
Well, I guess
with
they
the
probably
vibe here. Well, yeah, the one g the smartest guy in the whole thing is the guy that just wants to go rafting, right?
would.
Shows up, visits his girlfriend for a while. He's like, "Well, I gotta go." She's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I wanna go rafting." "What?"
They're like,
"See ya."
"Slug." They're like, "He's, such a slug." I was like, "Yeah, no, he just like the dude likes to do what he likes to do. I'll
He's
see you
just
next weekend." She's like, "Ah, maybe." Yeah. Maybe
he's
not,
like,
actually.
"Okay, you know what? I might go rafting again next weekend. I don't know. We'll see." You know? He's
He's
he
gonna think he's
he's
gonna
a
think
college guy
rafting.
just trying to live his life. He knows he's not gonna end up with this chick. Doesn't care,
Kept him alive once, he'll go every damn weekend now.
right?
Jesus.
Oh, man, but yeah, I mean, it was okay. Like, it's not what I expect a little bit more gore, right? You'll typically get a little bit more gore, a little bit more hardcore deaths in these things, even with the '80s stuff. But again, it was just stabbed once and they're dead. And you're like, huh, okay, you
Yeah.
know, huh,
I don't know, it's
that's
like
it.
watching Halloween for real. Like, but it was, it was inspired by that show. How did he jump through the second floor window after they cut the ladder down? I never understood that. He goes diving through it.
What do you mean?
Alright, so he dives through the second floor window. They're trapped in that room at the end,
Huh,
right? Remember he climbs they, "Oh, we got a fire escape." So he put it down and they're about to go
right,
down it. Well, he's climbing up it and he stabs one
right.
dude in the back anyway. So they cut it loose and let it fall. And then
Well,
like,
they ended up slapping his hands enough times. Like,
yeah,
they just start slapping his hand, like they're playing patty cake with him to try and get him to go down, which
they
was
they
dumb.
shut the window on it. Anyway, so yeah, he falls down there and he lays dead for a little bit. And they're like, "Oh, we think it's over. Let's go back inside, whatever." But he comes diving through the damn window. I was like, "How
I
the
don't
hell did
remember
that?"
that
Well, I remember that. So you should pay attention.
because they went downstairs,
Yeah,
and that's where they met up with him, not upstairs.
he would dive into a window. I don't know. Anyways, yeah,
Hmm,
yeah. Go
sounds
back.
fishy to me.
Go watch the tape. Watch the
I
tape.
just might watch it again. I just might watch
You'll
it again.
never watch this movie again.
Y
Guaranteed.
You and your bold claims.
I'm telling you. That's a fact.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as we're done with this, I'm firing it
You'll
back
only
up.
watch it out of spite. That's it. You'll never naturally watch this movie again.
Hey, spite is natural, okay? Just deal with it.
Yeah, it's like, it was all right. I was watching. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, this and that. And like I said, I thought it was lined up with some other obviously Halloween and whatnot like that.
Right.
This thing, 4.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 2.5 out of 5 on Letterbox. Again, can't trust it. 73% of Google users liked this movie.
That they're liars.
Unbelievable. October 1986 is when it came out. So, horror, slasher, B, thriller, teen is all the genres it falls under. Rated R, again, hour and 14 minutes runtime. Damn.
There we go. What do you get when you mix a sorority house, a killer with a past, and pure '80s slasher energy? Sorority House Massacre. And yeah, it's exactly what you think. The acting, hit or miss. The story, kind of all over the place, but the vibe, peak 80s horror. You've you've got creepy flashbacks, a slow building killer, and just enough chaos to keep it entertaining. It's not Halloween, but it's got that low budget charm that makes it fun. Final verdict, not a classic, but if you love cheesy slashers, it's worth the watch.
I would say it was worth it was fine
Yeah,
watching. I was fine watching it once. I just probably
yeah.
won't see it again, but it was fine. I wasn't done with like, God, it sucks so bad. I don't know what I was doing for the
Beth
last.
just beat me down. The main character just beat me down.
Oh,
Like
yeah, she was a whip.
she's just complete. I wrote down they should have named her Debbie. She's a Debbie Downer.
Jesus. Oh, God.
I'm
But
just
yeah,
saying.
there you go.
It's just science. Look it up. It makes sense. It makes sense. But hey, guys, what do you think of this one? Shorty House Massacre. Is this on your list of must-watch 80 slashers? Is there any other that we need to watch? Because we're going to keep watching them and dropping them for you. Let us know which one is your favorite. As always, guys, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
We'll talk to you later. Deuces.